Hey there, and welcome to the launch module, part 1. And in this first lesson, I want to go over exactly what I mean by a launch. What is a launch? What is launching? You may have heard the word before, but you may never have heard that word before in relationship to your art and to your sustainable art practice. So, a launch is an event or a campaign. It's something that sets things into motion. And you've probably already done something like a launch before. You just may not have called it that. So think about a gallery opening. That is a prime example of a launch event that many artists have participated in at one time or another in their career. So it's an event that signals the opening of a sale of a body of work. It kicks it off, it heightens excitement, and it sets a time constraint. You have a beginning, middle, and end, so it sets scarcity. After the end of the exhibition, those pieces will no longer be available. So actually, a launch is something that should come pretty naturally to most artists. It's just that we're not used to applying it to other things outside of that exhibition space realm. And I want to think about it in much broader terms. So think about it a little bit more like a movie trailer. We've all seen those. The movie is the big event, and the trailer builds anticipation. So the launch is that whole process from the release of the trailer, which begins to engage an audience and build anticipation, to the actual launch of the movie, which is going to be released for a certain period of time. That's the process that we're going to be going over in both part 1 and part 2 of this module. So think about the launch as the stage in the customer journey. That's that third and fourth stage that we've been talking about since Module 5. So flashback to Module 5. And the first stage in the customer journey was building awareness of who you are, what you do, and what your work is like. Telling people about your why, telling people about your process. Just introducing yourself to the market. Stage 2 was engagement, beginning to have a conversation and build a relationship. And in stage 2, hopefully you've done that poll that we talked about in the last module, in module 6, that helps you to begin to create the offer and identify what your customers' objections are to actually taking you up on that offer. So that engagement stage is super important. It's a listening stage. It's where you begin to have a conversation with your audience and listen to what they want, what they need, what they hope, what they fear, what they dream, and what stands in their way. Stage 3 is conversion. And now conversion can be looked at broadly as anything from somebody clicking a link that you ask them to click, to downloading a freebie, to signing up for your email list, to watching a video, to actually joining your launch list and potentially buying. I like to break that into 2 segments though. The conversion being the first sort of pre-commitment stage, and then that final stage, the persuasion stage, being where they make a commitment and they actually buy from you. So conversion, we're going to get them onto your email list. And then in persuasion, we're going to present them with the offer sequence that leads to a sale. So part 1 of this module will be talking for the most part about conversion and leading to a simple launch, and then move on from the simple launch to a collection launch and wrap up with a commission launch, which is a higher end type of launch, all of which involve creating the experience of an event, something large, something that has a beginning, middle, and an end, that adds a sense of urgency to the process, something that gives a deadline to the entire process. That drives a sale. So having a special event with a deadline attached is one of the key factors that's involved in all three types of launches. So let's dive in.